Welcome to another WD168. God gives us 168 hours every week to enjoy, to live, to love. This is our take on this 168 from the WD. Coronavirus, Covid19, it's infecting right and left. Not only businesses, not only restaurants, but now we're seeing that sports has been affected. All major sporting events have been canceled or have been are being performed without audiences. We see that entire countries are in lockdown. In a statement issued by His Holiness Vazken II, the Catholicos of all Armenians and the Mother See of Holy Echmiadzin, strict guidelines, rules, and regulations were spelled out for how services were to be celebrated, performed, and we invite you to follow along on our website the exact parameters of that directive. But basically, up until Holy Thursday, communion will not be given, and we're asking people, congregants, to follow along services via online broadcasts that are made available through our diocese. Hey, you know what? This is a great time. Since you're in lockdown, you're staying at home, it's a great time to become familiar with all the great programming that we have on our diocesan website. Go to Western Diocese Armenian Church North America. Just put in the acronym WDACNA.com, and you can see a variety of programming. Go to our YouTube channel, go to our Facebook channel. The Western Diocese is there. And what perfect time. You're sitting around with your family, with your kids. Get them familiar with what the church has to teach. That guy who's watching TV, he's got a mustache, you didn't even know he was your kid. Okay, this is a time to get to know your family, get to know your family of churches. The Western Diocese is here, providing all this information. No better time to binge watch, binge educate. You're going to see some great videos. You can see people like Father Manu, Sarpazan, the primate, Mashtos Jobanyan. You know what? Programming is available in Armenian, English, and in sign. Deacon Dikran. And you never know who else might pop up in these. Make sure you watch WDACNA.com. While we're talking about technology during these times, this is a great time to take advantage of some of the basic things of technology that maybe have gone unnoticed. For instance, your cell phone. Yes, we can play all kinds of games. We have apps. We can get involved in social media. But one of the basic functions of this is it's a telephone. Hey, dial up. Talk to somebody. Make some relationships that have gone sour. Check up on mom. Hey, mom, how's it going? How's dad doing? Some basic things. It's your phone. Use it. St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day was yesterday. There wasn't the same kind of excitement that there is every year. Yeah, things had to be toned down, but it makes us reflect about the saint himself. He was the patron saint of Ireland, and we as Armenians, of course, we have our patron saint, St. Gregory the Illuminator. Maybe we don't have green beer, but we have all kinds of traditions, and like I said earlier, great time for us to become familiar with all of the great traditions revolving around the saints, the sacraments, and all of the wonderful prayers that keep us focused on life itself. And I'll tell you the truth, time like this is a time that we do need to focus on the positivity of life. Guns, believe it or not, while the world is dealing with this pandemic, what's going on here in America? Gun sales. They are lining up for guns, buying guns. Got to think about it. Is this time for us to rethink our national strategy as well? John Lennon had a saying. He said that if people demanded peace instead of another television set, there'd be peace. Maybe it's time for us to start thinking about what we're demanding, what we want, and really aim for that peace, which is so necessary these days. We are halfway through the Lenten cycle. It's called Michink, means the midpoint. 20 days behind us, 20 days in front of us. We're moving forward. And yes, there is a pandemic. There is all kinds of trouble in the world, but this is a great time during Lent to do introspection. What am I doing in my life? It's a time to think, to learn, to understand what purpose, meaning in life is. And what you do find is that as much as life is about looking in, it's also about giving out. And during times of crisis such as this, it's a time for us to look within and see, what are my talents? What are those things that I can use to benefit others? That's part of the Lenten journey. We hope you're taking it with us. Well, that about does it for the 168 for this week. I look forward to being with you again next week when we present the 168 from the WD.